In this video, I'm going to go over quiz 4.1, which was simplifying rational expressions. So the first question says, find the least common denominator for the pair of rational expressions. So we find common denominators when we're adding. So if I were to add these two expressions, I'd have to think about what my common denominator would be. Well, my denominator on the first fraction is x plus 1, and my denominator on the second fraction is x minus 3. So my least common denominator would actually be the combination of those two denominators, which would be x plus 1 and x minus 3. Because since those are quantities, I cannot really separate the x and the 1 or the x and the negative 3. So I would end up putting them together as x plus 1, x minus 3 to be my least common denominator. For the rest of the problems, we're simplifying. So when we're simplifying, we always need to factor. So in this first one, in order to simplify, I need to factor the top. So when we factor something that has an a value, I do a times c, so I'm going to get 8. So I need to find two numbers that multiply to 8 but add to 9. And in this case, those are going to be 8 and 1. So when I go to factor this, I am going to split the middle term, that 9y, into an 8y plus a 1y. Bring down the last term, bring down the first term, and then I'm going to factor by grouping. So in the first pair, I can take out a 2y, and I'll be left with a y plus 4. And the second pair, I can take out a 1, and I'll be left with a y plus 4. So my final factored form will be 2y plus 1, y plus 4. Now, if you were struggling with the factoring, make sure that you come talk to me so we can work on the factoring part of this problem. So the top is going to be 2y plus 1, y plus 4. My bottom was already factored for you, so 2y minus 3, 2y plus 1. So when I go to simplify this, I can simplify the 2y plus 1, and so I'll be left with y plus 4 over 2y minus 3. In number 3, we're still simplifying, but now I'm dividing. So the first thing I need to do is multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. And that was a 24. I don't know why that didn't show up. So I need to first flip this second fraction and change it to multiplication. So anytime we have division, we're going to change it to multiplication, and we flip the second fraction. Now I'm going to focus on factoring. So actually my top was already factored. So 3 times x minus 4. In the bottom here I have 12x plus 24. So that's a GCF problem, so I'm going to factor out the 12. On the top right, I have to think about what multiplies to 10 and adds to 7, which would be 5 and 2. And then the bottom was already factored for me. Now that it's all in factored form, I'm going to simplify what I can. So I have an x minus 4 and an x minus 4. I have an x plus 2 and an x plus 2. So at this time, it'll leave me with 3 over x plus 5, and then 12 over x plus 1. But this can simplify a little more. This 3 and this 12, those can simplify. The 3 12ths simplifies to 1/4. So my final answer is actually going to be x plus 5. I could put the 1 here if I wanted, but I don't have to. And then 4 over x plus 1. So make sure we're looking at those numbers in front and seeing if they simplify any more before calling it our final answer. Our second section is simplifying, but now we're working on adding and subtracting. And so when we're adding and subtracting, we always want to make sure we get a common denominator. So to get a common denominator, the first thing I need to do is factor. So w squared minus 16 will factor into w plus 4, w minus 4. So if I compare it to this denominator, they both have w minus 4, but they need this w plus 4. So I'm going to multiply that to the top and the bottom. And now I have a common denominator of w plus 4, w minus 4. On the top, I'm going to distribute. In the bottom, I do not need to distribute. Now that I have the common denominator, I can add my numerator. So it would be 3w plus 29 when I add 17 to 12. In number 5, we actually already have a common denominator, so I can just write it as h squared minus 49 over the common denominator. Now if you're thinking, whoa, that was too easy, you're right, it is. We need to keep factoring. So before you say a question is done and you have a final answer, you need to look at your top and your bottom to see if it'll factor anymore. My top is a difference of squares, so it'll factor into h plus 7, h minus 7. My bottom is a GCF, so I can factor out a 5, and I'll be left with h plus 7. Now that I've factored it, I can see that an h plus 7 will simplify. So I'll be left with h minus 7 over 5. Now in number 6, it can be a little tricky because the denominators look really, really similar. But they are, in fact, not the same. To make it the same, though, I'm going to take the second guy and I'm going to multiply him by -1. The reason I did that was because in the first denominator, my x is positive and my 3 is negative. And it's exactly the opposite in this one. My 3 is positive and my x is negative. By multiplying it by -1, it makes the x positive and the 3 negative. But whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So I also multiply the top by -1. Now that I have a common denominator, I can say I have 4x minus 7 all over x minus 3. So once those denominators are the same, then I can combine them and make one fraction. In number 7, they actually already factored the denominator for me. So I can see that my denominators both have this w minus 1, but it's missing this w minus 7. So I'm going to multiply that to the top and bottom of my second fraction. So now I have the same denominator. So my first denominator will stay w squared minus 19, and I'll have w minus 7, w minus 1, minus, well, still over the common denominator, but now I need to multiply this out. So w times w is w squared. W times -7 is -7w, 2 times w is 2w, 2 times -7 is -14. And I'm going to clean that up a little bit. You could probably clean it up in one step, but I'm going to do it in 2. So I have w squared minus 5w minus 14 all over w minus 1, w minus 7. Now I'm going to combine these all over the common denominator, because since these denominators are the same, but it's subtractions. We got to be really careful here. So this is going to become plus, negative, plus, plus. So my w squares will actually subtract. So on top, I'm just going to have 5w minus 5, because I'd have 5w, and then -19 plus 14 is -5. Again, we're not at our final answer yet because this top part will factor. I can factor it by GCF. So if I take out a 5, I'll be left with 5 times w minus 1. And with my denominator already factored, I can see that my w minus 1s will simplify. So my final answer will be 5 over w minus 7. On the back, there were 2 questions about finding the quotient. So these problems are very similar, but the first one is a monomial. So when we have a monomial, what we're going to do is take that monomial and put it underneath each part of the polynomial it's being divided. So I'm taking each part of that original polynomial and I'm dividing it by the monomial. Then I'm going to simplify each of these. So I have 2x plus, well, 14 divided by 14 is 1, minus, well, 70 over 14 actually simplifies to 5, but my x squared will stay in the bottom. So when we have a monomial, we're simply going to write that monomial under each part of the polynomial. In number 9, I now don't have a monomial, I have a binomial, so this is where I'm going to do long division. So a plus 1 on the outside, a squared plus 5a plus 23 on the inside. So the first thing I'm going to do is to say, okay, a times what gives me a squared? Well, a times a would give me a squared. So now I'm going to multiply a by both of these. And I'll get a squared plus 1a. Now we're going to subtract. A squared minus a squared is 0. 5a minus 1a is 4a. I always want 2 terms, so bring down the next term. Then I'm going to say, okay, a times what gives me 4a? Well, a times 4 would give me 4a. So now I'm going to multiply each of these by 4. So I get 4a plus 4, subtract. 4a minus 4a is 0. 23 minus 4 is 19. And now we're at the remainder because a times nothing is going to give me 19. So how we write our remainder is I write it as 19 over what I divided by, which is a plus 1. So my final answer is a plus 4 plus 19 over a plus 1.